Aka, excuse me, do we have a guest with us this week? Oh yeah, we do. FYC Film Review back, everybody. I'm your host, Gagne. With me, as always, the Nald Dog and our lovely special guest today, Brooke. How are you? How's everybody?
I'm good. Really good. How are you guys?
I'm well.
Doing well. Surviving. Yeah. You know, it's okay.
Not
it's
melting.
Right.
Yeah. Well,
hot.
Thank you for having me, you guys. This is awesome.
Yeah. Brooke is a movie fanatic, and I feel like she can run circles around us with movies. So it's perfect. It'll work.
Go time.
Yeah.
What do we got in store today, Ronaldo?
So we decided to go with 2012's Pitch Perfect. And I got to tell you, man, this is a fun movie. I know maybe Brooke has a different opinion of this, but it's a fun movie. It came out in 2012. The runtime is just under 2 hours, hour and 51 minutes. And the director, I don't know who the director is. I didn't write it down. Did you?
No, I did not. Because it was based on a book. Did you know that it was based on a book?
I did not.
Yeah, Kay Cannon, who wrote the screenplay, used to write for 30 Rock, which kind of explains, I think, some of the like real, sharp wit dialogue in the movie. And that's probably my favorite part of the movie is the dialogue. But it was a book, and the ICCA, this whole competition, all this stuff like really exists, and that's what kind of spawned this movie.
I did not know that, and I'm keen on like little facts like that. Like I always look into things like that about movies. I love that aspect of things, like even about the actors, like fun facts and who's related to who and whatnot. But I did not know that this was like a book, so that's cool. That's interesting.
There's fun fact number one. We like them too, Brooke. So
is that a fun fact?
That's a ding.
Okay, that's a dig. I wonder how that book would have gone. Like it's to watch the movie and to read about something like that. It's just, I don't think the book could translate very well because you need the music in it.
Sure. Yeah, I think that absolutely translates so much more energy to it and makes it a little more fun.
Yeah. So could this be the one time where the movie's better than the book? Who knows? Ooh. Who knows? Yeah. I don't know.
Also, director Jason Moore.
Jason Moore.
There you go.
There you go. Jason.
We always got to give credit, so thank you.
Kudos to Jason Moore. But this movie does incorporate a lot of songs, so let's get into it. Let's dive into it. First things first, Anna Kendrick. I like Anna Kendrick. I think she's great in everything she does. She's very quirky in all her movies, so I think she was a really good, main lead in this movie.
Oh yeah,
agreed.
Yeah, the cast is another strong suit of this movie. Anna Kendrick's fantastic. I just Brittany Snow's good in it, and I think underrated Anna Camp as the horrible leader of the group. I mean, it's a fun cast. I mean, I haven't even gotten into the guy side of things with
the troublemakers.
The troublemakers.
The troublemakers.
I can't leave out Elizabeth Banks and John Michael Higgins as the commentators. Like that movie starts off that way, and it's just awesome. I love that. I love that stuff.
They make the movie for me, to be completely honest. They're bickering, and where she called them a misogynist, and I'm just like, they're so good. And he's like, yes, darn tootin' or something like that. Like he just totally agrees. Like he's that guy in general, and those two together. Yeah, that they probably made the movie more bearable for me with all the dry humor. It was great.
Yeah, they were funny. They had some pretty good comments.
Okay,
yeah, I'll give that to you. They were pretty funny. Fun fact, Elizabeth Banks' role was actually going to go to Kristen Wiig. So fun fact there.
Oh,
great fun fact.
Yeah.
Great fun fact. Yeah, Elizabeth Banks is actually a producer on this movie. She produced all of them and then directed the third one. So we have to talk about that. I mean, this was like a very under the radar movie. I think they released it in like October where, it's like up against all the horror films, and it took off. It spawned 2 sequels. I mean, that's huge. Like 3 movies out of something like this that covers competitive, acapella singing.
Competitive acapella.
Yes, competitive. You can't use those 2 words. They're just together. It doesn't make sense.
And I think didn't it come out around the same time that the acapella singing was becoming what's the what is there the people that do the Christmas music?
Oh, the pentatonics or something like that. The pentatonics,
yeah. Yes,
okay.
them.
Yeah. Okay. All right. Did you guys see Pitch Perfect 2 and 3?
Yes.
I did. I actually own one of them. Somebody gave me their digital copy, but I don't know if I actually watched it, to be honest.
That sucks when you get movies and you don't just lay them around and you don't watch them.
Right.
That should be like a sin.
Should just like magically, evaporate into the air if you don't use it. This for me is a guilty pleasure. I love this movie. Like there's so many characters in it that just make me happy. I haven't seen it a couple years. Like I feel like it's a family favorite here, so we watch it every couple of years. I don't go back to the second and third one, to be real. Like the second one was fine, the third one was like really stretched it thin, and kind of lost some of the charm, I think, of this one, where there's a lot of fun. Like it's just a lot of banter back and forth. It's a lot of the puns that I can't get enough of. Like I think puns are great. So it's just the Magic Kid. Like, how do you pick a favorite character? Like I actually think Fat Amy's funny. It's just all the little lines, they're awkward and
She's
weird.
good, yeah.
Lily, I can't, over here behind me. I can't point. I'm opposite camera right now, but it's, her little whispering,
yes.
Yeah. Like I ate my twin in the womb. When you actually hear what she has to say, it's really funny.
It's ridiculous. Yeah, it's ridiculous.
No, what did she whisper when they were in the bus? She's like, I like starting fires for pleasure or something random like that. She's great. Yeah.
Let me ask you guys a question. Out of all the songs they sang, acapella style, what was your favorite song?
So mine is funny, and it's when they're in the pool and they're having the battle. So I like
the riff off.
Yes, the riff off. Thank you. I liked them doing No Diggity, but that I think is partially because I love that song. That was something that came out when I was, young, and I loved it. It was very nostalgic for me. So I thought that was fun, and how everybody got into it. And you can't help but sing it at the same time. You know what I mean? You want to sit there and bob your head and sing it with them. So
good choice. But they did lose because of that song. So they did lose because they didn't play by the rules, because she didn't choose the last word. But that's a good song. All right, Christopher.
Last word that messed me up every time. I'm always like trying to figure out why they lost, and I'm like, it versus it's. Come on, like, give me a break. I'd have to go with This Since You've Been Gone. Honestly, like it's really in my head. Yes, that scene is so fun. Christopher Mintz-Plasse, like McLovin himself, hosting the tryouts for all the different teams, and just the way they put it together. The people who can't sing, the people who can sing, the different styles. I just thought that song is a lot of fun. The way they did it, I loved.
I agree.
Okay. All right, that's cool. I think I have to go with Bruno Mars, Just the Way You Are, when there was just the Bellas in the pool scene. I thought that was really good. I was like, I got goosebumps hearing that, so I like that one.
So we have to go back to the pool. Is that what we were calling it? The pool scene where they were singing,
like riff off,
round thing.
Riff off. Good.
Yeah. So riff off. Back to the riff off. I have a fun fact.
Ding.
Esther Dean.
I love her. I love her.
Right? I just found this out, and I was like, I had to like dig in. One, she's a Grammy nominated songwriter. That's amazing. She sang S&M. She wrote S&M. I was like, wait, what? Like my mind was blown. Love that. Like she got to sing the song that she actually wrote, and this was her first movie, and I think she was in both sequels. But I mean, that's
yes.
What did you guys think about the Cup song? Do you love it? Because I went online and that video has about 600 million views on YouTube.
Not her performing it. You're talking about like the original.
Her performing it.
Okay.
Yeah. It is huge. I thought it was good. I don't know if it was great. I thought it was good. Yeah.
Like you were supposed to sing Since You've Been Gone.
Ugh, forget it.
No, it was like a big trend or something, like when that movie came out, right? Right. Yeah. Okay. So I mean, yeah, it was fine. Anna did it great. She's awesome. So
okay.
I was indifferent about the song. There were a few scenes that I felt like were a little awkward or like out of place that I kind of forgot about, like the scene where they kind of run into the old acapella group. The fight, and the scene drags on so long that it becomes uncomfortable with the guy wanting the trophy shoved up his butt. Like it turned like really like weird, like because it just kept going on, almost like they were like, let's just roll the cameras until we think we're done. And I was uncomfortable. Although Donald Faison, shows up from Scrubs and Clueless. And I loved that aspect because he does a really good a cappella version of Boston's More Than a Feeling on Scrubs, and it's fantastic.
Really?
It's one of my favorites.
I never watched Scrubs.
One of my favoriits. Like
I
every
love
good sitcom, it, you know, towards the end it kind of peters out, but
Oh.
excellent show.
I love him though. He's great.
Yes.
Since Clueless, to be completely honest.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, it was cool in Clueless. It was all right.
yeah.
Clueless is all right. Whatever.
Well, him and Brecken Meyer. You know who Brecken Meyer is?
Oh, I knew who
right?
Brecken
we
Meyer
do.
is.
Okay,
Yeah.
you know
Yeah.
that they've worked together on like at least a minimum of 3 things. So they did Clueless, then they did they were part of the band in Can't Hardly Wait. Donald was the drummer and wanted to wear the cowboy hat, and Brecken was the singer.
Good knowledge.
And then there was something else. I just stopped. There was something else recently. Oh, Josie and the Pussycats. Did you guys ever see that movie?
Can't say I did.
I did not.
It's awful, but it's
I did
amazing
not.
at the same time. And they play in a boy band. They're this boy band. It's terrible.
Awesome.
You should totally review that one. I want to see what
No,
you guys.
I don't think we're gonna review that one. No.
Rachel
Heck
Lee
no.
Cook, Rosario Dawson.
Yeah.
Come on.
We'll add it to the list.
No,
Way down
no,
on the
let's
list.
stop. We're not gonna add that to the list unless people really want it.
I was
But
surprised you guys chose this one. To be completely honest, I was very surprised by it.
sometimes
was-
we surprise
it-
ourselves.
So it was this or La La Land, and
Yeah.
we went
Oh,
with the
Good
little
choice. Good
lighter.
choice.
Oh, I love La La
La
Land.
La Land's good. What is
It's
going on, Brooke?
amazing.
Yeah.
But
I never watched it. I couldn't like, and I love Ryan Gosling and I love Emma Stone, but it is not my style. Like I went a little, you know,
Dark.
I themed it out a little bit.
Okay. All right. Okay. All right. I think it's time for the worst line. You guys ready?
Yeah.
Mm.
Yeah, you're
Time for the worst
go
line?
first.
All right.
Okay.
Worst line time.
Let's do it.
Okay. The worst line. Shoot. It wasn't really a worst line. I always have an issue with the worst line, but a lot of it was delivered by the blonde girl, Aubrey. I don't know her name, her real name.
Anna Camp.
Anna Kemp. She
Yes.
kept saying, Aca what? Aca,
Yes.
excuse me. Aca, no. Aca what? Aca, excuse me. Aca.
Excuse me? I can't believe it.
I couldn't take it anymore. I looked at my wife and I was like, I don't know. This is kind of sucky. But other than that, it was all right. It's just too many acas for me.
I 100% agree. That was what I was going to go with as well. There were a few other like ones that were a little like, okay, that's funny, but
Yeah.
that was the one. And when you opened up today with, he's like, Aka, we have a guest. I'm like, oh crap.
Yeah. Aca. All right. That's mine. So is that yours
Someone
too,
wants a
Brooke?
cold open.
Okay.
Well, hold on. Let me see. There was another one I'll give you because it was the nodes. For whatever reason, every time she's like, I have nodes.
Yes.
I have nodes.
I'm like,
Yes.
seriously? But yeah, that was the other one for me.
That's a good one, and I wish I would have put that down because it's a little overdone when she's admitting that she has nodes. And
I'm living with nodes.
Yeah,
Oh my gosh, stop.
like,
Yeah.
okay. For me, the Aka of the movie was the dad. He just didn't fit. And there's a line where he's fighting with Becca, which I have an issue with. They spell it with 1 C. No, nobody spells Becca with 1 C. It's Becca with 2 C's. Just why would you do that? Yeah, the dad said to Becca, like when they're fighting, like, if you want to go to LA and be P. Diddy, then go ahead.
You still want to go off to LA and be P. Diddy? You can quit college.
Like,
Yeah.
what? Like, I mean, I get it. He's supposed to be like, oh, okay, dad, you're a square, but like, okay, it didn't sit well with me. So
Okay, so Becca with 1 C's dad. That's for you, huh?
mm-hmm.
Okay, that's kind of nitpicking, I think, but whatever. All right.
The dad named her Becca with 1 C, so he gets negative points.
Okay. All right. Let's talk about something different. Let's talk about the Breakfast Club because I have forgotten how much the Breakfast Club and Don't You Forget About Me. I mean, it was a driving point in this movie. So I don't know. I'll say this again. I'm not a fan of Simple Minds. Don't You Forget About Me. I don't like that song. So, however, watching this movie, watching Becca sing it, I was like, okay, I get it. So, but the Breakfast Club thing was a little too much for me. Sorry.
You should be.
Yeah, I loved it. I
Okay, I
love it.
figured everybody's gonna love it.
This is the second time you're shatting on the name of Simple Minds.
I'm
in
not
our
shatting.
show.
I am not shatting on anybody or anybody's song. All I'm saying is that it just doesn't work for me. I respect them as a band. I just don't like the song, man. That's it.
Yeah, I got a big problem with that. Although I don't really like the rendition that they do at the end. I appreciate that she wanted to do it as a gesture, like I was a dick and I'm sorry. So here's a beautiful song for you. But
Yeah, it worked. It was cute.
how do you not like that song?
I
I
don't
loved
know.
that popped up. I completely forgot that we chose this movie and we just talked about The Breakfast Club. I was so excited. I was like, oh my God, I need to text you right now just to rub it in. This is great.
No, the minute I saw it, I was like, oh, here we go. I'm sure Chris is gonna say something about it. So, but The
I had
Breakfast Club, again, I'll say it again. The Breakfast Club is a very, very good movie. I just don't like the song. That's it. It's not a big
I
deal.
love it.
Yeah. You and everybody else.
I'm a huge 80s fan. I'm a Rat Pack fan. I'm a huge John Hughes fan. So all of those movies for me, like but that's the thing. I'm a soundtrack person. If I hear a song in a movie and it resonates with me, it will be something I will go, oh my God, that's the song from this part of this movie. I'm 100% that person. I will connect people to other movies or TV shows, but songs, like I would say 50% of my music that I listen to on a regular is something I heard on a TV show, or it's from a movie that I've watched at some point in time.
Yeah.
So the soundtrack in general, for me, I like the Pitch Perfect soundtrack, and I love the fact that they incorporated that in the end. I thought that they did a really good job.
One thing she's watching this movie. Becca's watching this movie in her dorm room after she gets in a fight with Jesse, and she's finally appreciating, and she starts crying at the end. I just thought it was a little too much. Like, you're crying watching The Breakfast Club. It's like, come on, really?
Agreed.
A little too much. You're crying because you're watching The Breakfast Club.
Maybe she's thinking about how she messed up and it just resonated. And, sometimes movies hit you like that. I mean, I know somebody who cried in The Green Mile. So it happens.
Did you cry in The Green Mile?
You just got my face.
What are you talking about?
You just got a for real face from me.
All right. I don't know if I have anything else unless you guys want to bring another fact up or anything.
I mean, just the one. You guys were talking about Anna Kendrick. Do you know the movie that ended up getting her and making her big, right?
It was this movie?
No.
Up in the Air.
No.
Scott Pilgrim?
No.
Don't.
Twilight.
She had such a small part in that.
Oh, but she was in every single one. No, she really
valid.
was. She was.
Okay.
She had a bigger part. Well, her character had a bigger part in the books. But yeah, and she played such a ditz in in the Twilight movies. But she's so fun and she's so believable. And then she got up in the air with George. It was George Clooney, right?
Yeah.
And then the sky was the limit. My daughter, I'm watching Pitch Perfect 2 nights ago, and she goes, "Mom, that's Poppy," and I'm like, "Of course, it's Poppy."
Okay, is it rating time? Chris, do you want to rate?
I think it's rating time. Yeah.
Brooke, you ready to rate?
I'm ready.
Okay.
Guest of honor. Give it to us.
Wait, hold on. Before we start, our rating scale is 1 to 5, and we decided to go with, being that this is Pitch Perfect, we decided to go with toners. We'll leave it at that. If you know what a toner is, then good for you. If you don't, go watch the movie. So on a scale of 1 to 5, 1 toner being really bad, 5 toners being so good. Here we go. Go ahead, Brooke.
Okay, so I gave it 3.5 toners.
Wow, that's pretty good.
Better than I expected.
I didn't hate it. There was a lot that just annoyed me or gave me anxiety. As becoming an adult and after having kids, my anxiety over things is terrible. But this movie, that second half of it, I loved. The first half of it, I'm just So I'm in the middle.
3.5. That's really good. I was totally expecting a 2. A 2.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a strong score from somebody who I thought preface didn't really like it. So
yeah,
I'll take it.
Oh yeah, okay. Yeah, we'll take it. 3.5. 3.5 toners for Brooke. Chris, I'll let you go second.
This movie gave me 4 toners.
Wow. 4 toners.
I love it. I still love it. Even the, a couple scenes where it's you probably could have cut that out. the music, the music is everything. The performances, I still got goosebumps, like in the song you pointed out, Ronaldo, when they kind of go back by themselves and they do the Bruno Mars. Like, it's so well done. I had, growing up playing, being in choir and stuff. Like, I love this stuff. Like, it just fits well, and they got a good cast, and the script is sharp. And so for that, yeah, it's still good to me. I love it.
Wow. Okay, 4 huge toners for you.
Yes.
Okay, good for you, man. Okay, I am actually going to agree with Brooke on this one. I gave it a 3.5 toners. I really liked it. I think it's a good movie. I think it's a really clever movie. I have never seen something like this before, where it's an acapella tournament and everybody's fighting back and forth. So it's super clever. I love the opening when the Universal thing comes on and it's acapella style. The only thing I can relate this to sort of is maybe Sister Act 2, where they go and sing in competitions, and Sister Act 2 wasn't very good. This is
I
so
love
much
it.
better.
But
You
you
love
meant to
Sister
say
Act
was
2?
Sister Act 2 is better than Sister Act 1.
Forget it. We're not having this conversation. I'm not gonna fight you or Chris whether Sister Act 1 or 2 is better. So it's a you're an idiot. It's a 3.5 toners for Pitch Perfect. Well done, great cast. Couple of cringe-worthy moments, especially when Chloe changes her pitch. It goes really low. She goes, "Oh, you can sing that low." I was like, okay, whatever. I don't need that crap. But overall, good movie, fun movie. Music is everything in this movie. 3.5, totally recommended. So
Okay, I have a question now, really quick.
go ahead.
Now that you just said that, what was the most cringe-worthy part of the movie? Because I can name one that got me from like the beginning, when the girl, I keep forgetting her dang name, the blonde, the main girl,
Aubrey,
thank you. When she's like, "I'm not gonna hold it back," and she vomits everywhere, like forces herself to throw up. I'm just like, but then you mentioned that, and I'm like, yeah, that was kind of
yeah, because she removes her nodes, and then they're singing. They're doing the song by Bruno Mars in the pool, and then they go Aca or Bellas with their hands in the air, and her voice gets really deep. And then somebody goes, "Oh, you can sing really low. Now you can sing that part." I was like, "What? It's just too much." It's happened within like 5 seconds. I don't.
And she did it for the whole competition at the end. Did you notice? Like, she had her man voice
I was like,
the whole
okay.
time. She was the bass.
Yeah, it's so stupid, but whatever.
Yeah.
You were
Whatever,
jealous she
Chloe.
had a deeper voice than you do.
Shut up. Shut up. I got testosterone. Anyways, so Brooke, I've gotten to know you a little bit, and I know your husband, and I know that he does artwork. So do you want to tell us a little bit what he does and kind of promote his business a little bit?
Yeah. So my husband takes old, used, and or broken surfboards, and I don't want to say refurbishes them, but he upcycles or recycles them, and he makes carvings and paintings and murals and things out of them. He's been doing it for a little over a year and a half, almost 2 years. And I think he's actually like working on he's in the 20s right now. He just got 2 that were ordered from someone in Hawaii that they want for their house. So he's in the midst of making 2 of them. He has an Instagram page that's called Tropical Deck Art. And he kind of goes through as he's making them. He shows you what the board looks like, and then he, tears the face off of it and starts to carve it. He'll take a picture. He kind of gives you the process of how he does it. But he does turtles, he does waves, mermaids, stingrays, like you name it. He's done a lot of tiki boards, so it's really cool.
That's
Very
awesome.
Cool. Yeah, I'll be sure to put the link description to his Instagram on our page. So that's awesome. And I think we got plans to order 1 or 2 another time. So just be ready.
Yay!
We'll have to
We're
get one
excited.
with our logo in it.
Yeah, we will get one with an FYC logo.
Yeah.
He can totally do that. My husband's super talented. Like, it's
Sounds
all
like
hand
it. That's so
carved and
cool.
painted. Yeah.
Awesome. Cool.
Thank you guys so much for having me. This was a lot of fun.
Of course, we appreciate you having you on, Brooke. Obviously you got a plethora of knowledge, so I think we'll have to have you back as a guest again
For sure.
very soon.
I would love to.
We'll do an
Thank
80s
you.
movies with Brooke.
There you
We'll do
go.
like an 80s movie.
Just not the
I
Breakfast
like
Club.
everything.
No, not the Breakfast
I
Club.
do.
Not the Breakfast Club, no.
Thanks everybody for tuning in. Let us know what you think of Pitch Perfect. As always, like, subscribe, tune into our other episodes. Big thanks to our guest today, Brooke.
Thank you. Thanks, guys.
I've been your host, Gagne, and as always, my partner in crime, Nald Dog, and we'll catch you next time.
See you guys later.
Thanks, everybody.
All right.